People think being born to a Silicon Valley billionaire means living the dream, private jets to school, robot butlers, a childhood wrapped in luxury. Yet the real story is darker and far more controlled. Because these kids aren't being raised, they're being engineered. From birth, they inherit futures mapped out like software roadmaps, every step optimized, every hour monetized. Their toys are prototypes, their babysitters are cybersecurity experts, their playgrounds are guarded by retina scanners instead of fences. They live in a world where one mistake could cost billions. One photo leak, one hacked device, one scandal powerful enough to bring a tech empire to its knees. So the rules begin early, strict, unbreakable, secret, no unapproved friends, no social media before adulthood, no trusting strangers who want to hang out just because you exist. We will uncover the hidden commandments that govern the heirs of Silicon Valley's richest titans. The curfews, the NDAs, the future spouses chosen like business mergers. These children were born into power most adults can't comprehend, yet their lives are caged by expectations sharper than steel. Stay with us as we reveal the rules every young tech dynasty must obey, and the one rule they can never break. In Silicon Valley royalty, privacy isn't a luxury, it is the family shield. From the moment they can walk, billionaire heirs are taught a single terrifying truth. The world doesn't just want to know you, it wants to own you. Their faces rarely appear online. If they attend school, it's under fake last names. Their birthday parties ban phones like classified briefings. A friendly classmate might secretly be recording for a payday. A selfie with the wrong background could expose a secret lab, a location, a deal worth billions. Some families go further. Devices handed to children are modified by in-house cybersecurity teams, so even the tech giants can't track them. Social apps are off-limits until adulthood. Anything written, spoken, or whispered must be safe enough to go viral without destroying the company. Every friend must be vetted. Every home is surveilled 24/7. Every conversation might end up leaked. Normal kids fear monsters under the bed. These kids fear the monsters holding cameras. Because one slip, a photo tagged in the wrong place, a joke misinterpreted, can tank stock prices before recess ends. They aren't allowed to live publicly. Their very identities are confidential files. Privacy isn't a choice. It is the first rule of staying alive in the digital kingdom their parents built. In a regular family, being smart is a bonus. In a billionaire tech dynasty, it is your purpose. These kids enroll in coding camps before they can spell computer. Their first language might be Python, their bedtime stories narrated by AI prototypes still in testing. Tutors rotate like startup teams, each hired to unlock a different part of the brain. Mathematics on Monday, neural networks Tuesday, quantum computing by Friday. Failure isn't measured by bad grades, but by lost potential. If they show a passion for music, they're guided toward building a music streaming algorithm. If they enjoy games, they're nudged to design the next VR world transformer. Even creativity must scale like a company. There is always pressure lurking behind praise. You can change the world, they're told. Translation, you must. Every milestone is designed for headlines someday. Billionaire heir launches breakthrough at 17. Child prodigy takes seat on the board. These children carry a legacy etched into stock valuations. Investors expect brilliance. The world anticipates disruption. Their childhoods are investments, and every investor wants ROI. Imagine waking up every day knowing billions of dollars and billions of people are waiting for what you become. Genius isn't celebrated here. Genius is the baseline. Children everywhere are warned not to talk to strangers. Silicon Valley heirs learn not to trust anyone. Friends can't be added without approval. Romantic interests are background checked like foreign diplomats. Even teachers sign non-disclosure agreements thicker than textbooks. In their universe, kindness may hide a business agenda, and compliments can be data extraction. When they seek comfort, they often turn to what feels safe: technology. AI companions designed by their parents' companies, digital pets that never betray, therapists accessed through encrypted hologram sessions. Screens become confidants, because screens can be controlled. People cannot. Their parents built systems that spy on everyone else, so they know exactly how easy it is to be watched. Trust becomes a vulnerability in a world where information is the ultimate weapon. So technology forms their social spine. Robot nannies track their heart rate. Wearables alert security if they feel fear. Encrypted apps verify every person who gets close. They've grown up surrounded by the world's smartest inventions. Yet many don't know how to unlock eye contact without permission. A heartbreaking irony echoes through every rule enforced around them. The children of those who connected humanity are often the loneliest kids on earth. Normal kids get to fall, scrape a knee, try again tomorrow. These kids, failure is a headline waiting to happen. Every misstep risks becoming a billion-dollar embarrassment. The children of tech titans grow up inside a scoreboard, one that counts not just grades, but innovation, productivity, legacy. A simple mistake in public could send stock prices trembling like leaves in a storm. At age 8, they present science projects that look like TED Talks. At 15, they shadow CEOs and board members, learning how to command rooms that terrify adults. By adulthood, they are expected to already have reshaped something important: energy, medicine, space, humanity's relationship with reality itself. Sometimes the pressure bursts. One heir stormed out of a robotics showcase because their drone malfunctioned. Another withdrew from public school after a single test went viral online with the caption, "Billionaire's kid not a genius." Imagine that. A quiet academic slip becomes international mockery, so they protect themselves. Every achievement polished to perfection, every flaw shoved into silence. Because in their world, failure isn't a lesson. Failure is a weapon, and the world waits patiently to load it. Behind every smiling family photo lies a silent message coded into their upbringing. You are allowed to be extraordinary or invisible. Nothing in between. Most kids dream of who they'll become. These kids are told who they already are. Career paths are charted before kindergarten. Their last names aren't just family identifiers, they're brand names, legacy emblems, stamped onto every expectation. Whether they want it or not, the world assumes they will inherit the helm of empires. You'll take over the AI division. You'll lead the robotics expansion. You'll finish the Mars program your father started. Choice becomes a decorative concept. Destiny has already been coded. Hobbies are tolerated as long as they scale. A love of fashion? Great. Build a smart fabric empire. Art? Perfect. Disrupt NFTs again. Sports? Fine. Invest in a wearable tech dynasty. Even friendships are future networking opportunities. Even weddings are mergers. Their parents change civilization through innovation and expect their children to do the same, only louder. Sometimes a spark of rebellion appears. A daughter who wants to be a teacher, not a technocrat. A son fascinated with marine biology instead of machine learning. Dreams that don't convert cleanly into IPO pitches. Those dreams are quietly corrected. Behind their immaculate futures lies a haunting truth. They were born into roles they didn't audition for, and if they refuse the script, the empire may simply rewrite them. Rules only matter when someone dares to break them. Some heirs eventually push back. They crave air outside the glass cage. They want 1 hour where their name doesn't weigh 1,000 pounds. Then the alarms begin. A son of a social media empire once secretly opened a public account under a fake username. Within 48 hours, it gained thousands of followers. Conspiracy forums exploded with theories about his identity. Paparazzi tracked down the cafe in the background of a single photo. The family lawyers shut everything down at sunrise, deleting every trace. His punishment wasn't grounded weekends. It was a new team of online monitors watching every click he made. Another rebel published a poem, yes, a poem about loneliness. Investors panicked. Headlines shouted about instability in the billionaire bloodline. The poem vanished, along with the writer's entire online presence. Breaking a rule doesn't earn a scolding. It triggers crisis management. A choice appears before every heir who resists. Return obediently to the role assigned, or disappear from the narrative entirely. Some comply, some fight. A few vanish from media like they never existed, absorbed by the fortress of secrecy guarding their family's empire. The world assumes billionaire kids have unlimited freedom. The truth is this: powerful families fear chaos more than anything else, and free children are unpredictable. Late at night, when the biometric locks click shut and the home sensors hum like mechanical crickets, the children of Silicon Valley dare to imagine a world not built by algorithms. A girl who lives in a house that costs more than entire neighborhoods, collects paperbacks from thrift shops. She hides them inside the covers of academic journals so no one sees her reading stories with wrinkled pages and ordinary characters. A boy raised among self-driving cars waits until everyone is asleep, then sneaks out to ride an actual bicycle, feeling the wobble of real risk beneath him. They dream of silence without expectations. They dream of smiles that aren't performance metrics. They dream of being known for themselves, not for the zeros trailing their inheritance. One Air fantasizes about running a bakery by the ocean, where success has a simple definition. Did people like the bread today? Another secretly applies to study marine life, hoping to protect creatures that don't understand shareholder confidence. Their privacy is scheduled. Their futures are forecasted. Their joy is optimized. Yet the tiny rebellions continue, fleeting and fragile, like software bugs refusing to be patched. Because buried beneath the wealth and the wizardry of their parents' innovations, these kids want something the world forgets they still need, a life that is truly their own. One story whispers louder than the rest. A teenager born to a titan who practically built the modern internet. She grew up surrounded by screens, but felt suffocated by them. Every heartbeat tracked, every friendship profiled, every word recorded for her protection. She wanted to be anonymous for a single day, so she found a way. Using skills inherited by nature and nurtured by the best engineers on Earth, she slipped through her digital leash. She erased herself from the tracking systems and disappeared into the real world with nothing but a backpack and a fake name. 24 hours of total freedom. Then 48. Then a week. The family's security teams panicked, not because she was missing, but because she proved she could live without them. For the first time in her life, she tasted unpredictability, rain without scheduling, strangers who didn't recognize her, decisions made not by protocol but by curiosity. When they finally located and retrieved her, the consequences weren't anger or punishment. The stakes were far higher. Her father built networks that connect billions. She became the one person he couldn't control, so they changed the rules again. More isolation, more secrecy, more walls disguised as luxury. Her escape became a legend among the other heirs, proof that the golden chains could break if you dared to pull hard enough. Some saw it as hope, some as warning. Because freedom for a billionaire's child isn't a lifestyle. It's a threat to the empire. One day, these children will inherit everything the world depends on. Tech that reads our faces, networks that carry our voices, systems that decide what we see and what stays hidden in the dark. The question isn't whether they are ready for that power. The real question is whether they ever wanted it. Some will rise as brilliant architects of tomorrow, rewriting the rules with kinder hands. They will use their privilege like a key, unlocking possibilities for others rather than locking them out. Some will reject the empire completely. They will walk away from the halls of tempered glass and the endless glow of fortune, choosing a life without satellites tracking their every breath. A few will rule reluctantly, shouldering futures they never asked for, because the world demands a dynasty, not a child. Behind their perfect security gates and AI nannies lies the truth. Being born into the future is not the same as choosing it. Their parents changed humanity with code. These kids must decide whether to continue the program or finally hit delete. The next generation of power is growing up in silence and secrecy, trained to lead a world they barely understand yet already control. When their time comes, the world will watch. The only thing nobody knows is this: will they rule by innovation? Or will they rule by rebellion? If you think growing up rich is easy, look closer. The next rulers of technology might not be who their parents expect. So what side are you on? The empire or the rebellion? Join the channel that digs up the hidden truths behind the world's wealthiest lives. Tap subscribe before another secret gets erased. Smash like to push this story past the firewalls. Drop a comment with the rule that shocked you most. More untold billionaire stories are coming. The future is already watching. Stay curious, stay bold, and stay right here.